Hi there, Mountain Mom and Tots fans. Today I'm going to give you a tour of our new honey beehives. This video is part of the Mountain Mom and Tots summer camp. To find out more, go to patreon.com/mountainmomtots. You can find out all about it there. Let's take a look inside this hive and see how these bees live. Now you'll notice I'm dressed in my bee suit. Apparently, bees don't see white very well, so beekeeper suits are always in white fabric. An interesting fact. We also have this screen to protect our face and these long gloves with leather on the fingers so that if we do get stung, it won't get all the way to our skin. Another thing that we do when we work with bees is we have a smoker. That's this machine right here. It has a fire inside, and this is like a bellows. And when I push the bellows, smoke comes out. Let's see if we can make it go. Smoke in the air helps calm the bees so that they don't get all riled up and try and sting. Now, let's go ahead and take a look inside the hive. We're going to start with this one right here. See what's in there. Bees do a lot of crawling. I know they're known as winged insects, but they really like to crawl around a lot when they're in their own home. If you'll notice, these are honeybees. They have the head, thorax, and abdomen that every insect has, and 6 legs that are always attached to the thorax. That's the middle part. These bees are all female bees. Most of the bees in the hive, a hive can have thousands, about 7,000 to 20,000 bees live in a beehive. There's only one queen, most are female, and then there's about 100 male bees. Okay, let's take a look at all this activity that's on the inside. That's where the queen lives. So we're going to take a look. Now this is called a frame, and look at all those bees. They are busy right now building out wax. Over here you have some empty wax. They always make it in this hexagon pattern. Over here, there's some honey in the very bottom of this wax. And these bees are all busy eating their honey. Now right here, the bees have made some unique wax creations, not on the frame. We're gonna actually, oops, sorry. We wanna be as careful as we can because beehives have guard bees. We don't wanna kill any of these bees. We want them to keep doing their jobs and making that yummy honey. There's lots of different jobs in a beehive. Most of the bees are worker bees. They are the worker bees are the ones that are out foraging for honey and pollen and move nice and slow. If you look on here, you have honey on the top corner and then brood in the middle. Brood is what they call the baby bees. So bees go through the same life cycle that most insects do. They start out as tiny eggs. Only the queen can lay the eggs. Then they grow into larvae in those little hexagons. The queen lays 1 egg in each little hexagon. If you look really close, you can see the larva down inside under the capped brood. That's excellent. That beehive is looking great. Good work, bees. Put this one back. Bees communicate in really interesting ways. They can fly up to 3 miles to find honey or find pollen. Bees store 3 different things in their hexagon hives, in their beeswax. The first thing is eggs and larvae. The queen will lay 1 egg in each little hexagon. The worker bees then help take care of those eggs as they develop and cap them. When the bee is ready to come out, they eat off the cap of that, and then they emerge as an adult bee. The other thing that bees put into their beeswax is pollen. Pollen comes from flowers. The bees actually collect it on their legs. If we're lucky, we'll see if we can see a bee with pollen. Oh, I see the queen. Right here, do you see that big bee with the thick abdomen? That is the queen bee. It's good to see so much brood. She's been laying a lot of eggs. The third thing that we will find is honey. This frame, you can see a ton of capped honey. Under those bees, that shiny stuff inside the frame is honey. And when the bees have a full hexagon, they cover it up with a little bit of beeswax. 1 bee makes 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in her lifetime. So next time you put honey on your toast or anything else, think about how many bees it took to make that honey. Here's a bee with pollen on its legs.
Hey,
it's got those orange kind of leg sacs.
Mom, I saw eggs in the hive.
Ah, and there's the queen again. Oh no, that's a drone.
Drones are the lazy boys.
Drones are the boys.
And they're super lazy because they don't do any work.
There you have it. That's the inside of this beehive. I hope you learned a few new things. You can write them down on the Bee Facts printable as part of Mountain Mom and Tots summer camp. Go to patreon.com/mountainmomtots. We'll see you in the outdoors.